call it 2 strokes for a poke. So if you have something negative that you have to say to somebody, or critique them, say something positive first. Matter of fact, say 2 things positive before you have your negative thing to say. Now, this works even better if you can do that, and then after you give them the criticism, you can give them another compliment as you finish. You want to end on a good note. They're going to be way more perceptive to what you have to say if you can do it that way. All right? Because it ain't easy. Sometimes you know people who say that their face betrays them. I'm one of those, right? So I don't have a good poker face. It's hard for me. But I also know that when I do take the time to consciously think about this and use this, it changes the world for me. I've watched how it makes a difference, because I've watched how that makes a difference to me. When somebody had something to say to me and criticize me, how when they did it a certain way, it was a little bit easier for me to swallow. And it made it easier for me to actually do what it was that they were asking me to do, and not just not do it out of spite, right? And also I'll add to that point, because this is huge. When it comes to criticizing, one, don't criticize, condemn, or complain if you can. If you have to, remember this. If you remember one thing I told you today, praise in public, criticize in private. All right? Nobody wants to be chastised in front of everybody else. Matter of fact, is gonna close them up to everything you got to say. You might as well stop. The moment you start running into them like this, especially publicly, everybody wants to save face. So the more you start to do that in front of everybody else and belittle them or make them feel bad or whatever, it hurts. And they can't get past the hurt to listen to what the hell you got to say. So praise them publicly is the other side of that. It's one thing to tell somebody individually, hey man, I appreciate you, I love you. It's a better thing when you have them in front of their peers and the people who are around, the people who they mentor and that they're mentors too, and praise them publicly, because it lets the world know how you really feel about them positively, right? If you have something to say to me negatively or say someone negatively, pull them to the side, talk to them afterwards, And again, if you have to do it, 2 strokes for a poke.